welcome to another exciting season of Dodgeball here on WTOB along with Jed Castro. I'm Tom Booth. Jed, today we have two teams, one of them under new management.
Yeah, well, same management, new name. You know them as the Dingleberries. We've all come to love them as the Dingleberries, as much as anyone can love a Dingleberry. But they're now called Knuckle Babies. They're taking on a team called Skid Marks, a bunch of guys from Tech Lab, I believe.
We'll see who can come out on top in the Dodgeball Game of the Week. And we're about to start game one here, Jed, between the Skid Marks and the Knuckle Babies, formerly the Dingleberries from last year, you may remember.
There's all kinds of name changes this year, and but you know, these teams are both seasoned veteran teams, although you may not recognize the name. And you also would have recognized it by the way they played, because Andrew, it looked like he wasn't even making a really good effort, but he's out. He got hit right in the midsection thorax if he was
an insect.
Insect, yeah. That's really what he acted like right there, although insects are probably a little more agile.
And if he was an insect, he'd probably be harder to hit because he'd be so tiny.
That's true. Well, it depends. You know, I mean, there's a big cockroach in the locker room today, you know, that at work. Like, you probably hit that more easily than say a gnat.
The Knuckle Babies, a team form of employees from TOTS, top of the stairs in downtown Blacksburg.
Well, didn't they tell us that not necessarily employees, people that either work there or have had adult beverages there? Which we said would probably mean about 99% of the
Any of us could
qualify for this team. But I also want to give props to both teams for having one of these rare games where we have teams that both have t-shirts, team shirts. This guy's wearing a throwback Dingleberry shirt, this guy with the red hat. What's that guy's name? Oh, he's Infinity. They call him Manimal. He's part man and he's part animal.
And did he star in the former NBC series, Manimal?
That's right.
From the late 80s.
I'm not sure that you should say former at this point. It's like a classic series by now.
Top of the stairs, captained by Jordan Ramsey, also team members Travis Clark, Legs, Money, MJ, Ambrosia, Black Mamba, Manimal, Busty Rusty, Aaron, and Jerry.
And the Skid Marks have Brian Hall, Davina, Heather, Allison, Jackie, a woman they call Puddin', Andrew, and Rusty. But let's go back. It's Puddin'. There's no G on that.
The only Puddin' on there was a little dachshund. I'm not sure.
Well, no. I wonder, was that dachshund ever any good at dodgeball?
No.
You know who's not also good? Hottie. That's Heather. 0-0 for Skid Marks. She was the latest Skid Mark to be cleaned off, if you will.
So the Knuckle Babies with a sizable lead here over the Skid Marks, who have one person left.
You know, I'm really a little bit upset that they changed their name, because this game, you know, we were doing our pregame and we had Skid Marks versus the Dingleberries, and you know, we had all that pregame set up that we could have really gone lots of different directions with.
Rusty is the last man standing for the Skid Marks. Not the best of years for the Skid Marks, but hey, they're out here getting some exercise and physical fitness.
You know, it's all about fun. You know, of course you want to win whenever these are competitors. You know, they don't come out here saying we like to lose, but dodgeball is all about having fun out here.
But it is amazing. The Knuckle Babies they haven't lost a person yet. It's still 6 people out there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right. And they got plenty of ample bench space also.
Oh, both these teams well represented. Fans, there's plenty of people on the bench. Fans running around.
I'm not so sure how many people on the bench actually were in the game though.
There might be ringers. Who knows? And a lot of the fans are in the hot spot. They're going to get hit in the head sitting.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You got some young kids back there, but you know, they need to find out, you know, what it's like, the intensity. I'm telling you, Tom, it is good to be back in the Blacksburg Parks and Recreation Center here in Blacksburg for this dodgeball match.
We were saying earlier, this is our 7th season of dodgeball in WTOB.
7 years, seems like just yesterday. Although I am starting to get a 7-year itch.
Created by previous management at WTOB. Now headlined by Chip Herman and Lisa Sedlak.
Andrew, is that Rusty? Rusty is going to be called out by the new man in charge, Ryan.
We'll miss Will, but Ryan will do a heck of a job.
Well, he definitely dresses for the part. He's got that nice tie on and the whistle around his neck. This game is over, Tom.
Knuckle Babies take a 1-0 lead on the Dodgeball Game of the Week.
On WTOB.
And we're back for game 2, Jed, between the Skid Marks and the Knuckle Babies. Knuckle Babies just dominating there in game 1.
And well, you know, like we said, the Skid Marks have not had the best season so far, but maybe things will change starting right now. Of course, teams have switched sides. The Knuckle Babies here in the near court, Skid Marks in the far court. And Tom, I want to say mention a roster change. Skid Mark's got a guy in a brown shirt out there, and I think he came late because he didn't get his name on his roster.
What are we going to give him a name then? He has to have a name.
How about Julio?
Julio. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Julio in the brown shirt.
Brian Hall is going to take a seat. That's because that guy right there, number 57, Jordan Ramsey. See the captain you said he was?
He was.
It still is. He took that
I don't know
ball
if that
out.
means he's a head bouncer or head chef maybe at the top of the stairs.
Probably. Maybe the head bartender.
Maybe.
Or maybe he's like actually the low man on the totem pole in the bar, but when he gets on the court, he's the man in charge.
He is. And this team with ample experience, they were the Dingleberries last year.
We all know about how long the Dingleberries have been hanging around this league.
For years and years. You can never get rid of them. Well, things a little bit more evenly matched here, at least in game 2. A couple of Knuckle Babies, I think,
They're
maybe
blending into the background there.
There's a guy standing there, I'm not sure in the blue shirt if he's even in the game.
Well,
he's kind of stretching.
He's like got shoulder bursitis or something. He needs a trainer out there. But that is the Black Mamba. We remember him from a few years ago.
Oh, he's
taking
been in this
that nickname either from Kobe Bryant or from something that kills snakes.
It is a snake.
Ricky Tiki Tatter.
But Black Mamba will take a seat as he wasn't able to catch the line drive. And Skidmark's trying to even things up here. They will play 3 games. Ryan's taking care of the rules. He's ever present on the sideline.
Skidmark's got Andrew in the gold shorts out there. They got Jackie in the gray shirt. Rusty and Davina, number 13, Youngblood, written on her back.
I think she was named after the movie, or
what? There's a movie called Youngblood.
Isn't there? With well, I can't think of it.
You're like an IMDb database. Although I just said IMDb database, like ATM machine. I hate when people do that. Stay with the Big Bear.
Jordan Ramsey.
And he is pumped.
Catch of his life, the captain. Great play by him.
How do you know it's a catch of his life? You haven't been around for his whole life.
I'm not sure. I've watched him on the internet several times.
What kind of internet videos do you watch? Besides the dodgeball game of the week.
Don't check the history. Travis Clark also in there for the Knuckle Babies, number 5, along with Jordan Ramsey.
Speaking of the internet, Tom, and the videos that you watch, if I want to check this video out on the internet, what would I do?
You'd log on to blacksburg.gov/WTOB, also youtube.com/WTOB channel 2, and also on facebook.com/Blacksburg Parks and Recreation.
Recreation. Not recreation. Recreation. Make the REC capital.
2 young ladies. Make that one young lady. Still battling for.
That will be Jackie. Wow, she's indignant that they would throw a ball at her.
How dare them throw the ball at her?
Hey, listen, you can see her getting angry out there, and when she gets angry, look out.
Do you think she was not aware of what she signed up for?
I think she was. She is aware, but I think she just cannot believe the audacity that someone would actually throw at her. And now she's actually going to talk some trash to them on the way back. So what is this? 1-on-4? We ever figure out this guy in the dark shirt there? He's just lurking. Game over.
And that's it. Knuckle Babies will take game 2 thanks to the right arm of Jordan Ramsey on the Dodgeball Game of the Week.
On WTOB.
And we're back for game 3 between Skid Marks and Knuckle Babies on the Dodgeball Game of the Week. Knuckle Babies up 2 games to love.
The man in charge, Ryan, with some clarifications. We had a couple clarifications during the break. If the ball hits your teammate, and then you catch it, your teammate is still out. You cannot save someone by catching the ball off of them.
That is correct. If you get hit in the head, you're also not out.
That's correct. Headshots do not count. Oh, wow.
And you can deflect the ball. If you're holding the ball, you can deflect another ball with it if you so choose.
That's why you see a lot of these guys holding on to their balls.
In precious situations.
Also, want to make one more clarification. Earlier in game 1, you may have heard us refer to a man called Busty Rusty. His name's actually Bustin' Rusty.
Yes, I misspoke there. I apologize to Busty Rusty. That's my fault.
No, you need to apologize to Bustin' Rusty because there is no Busty Rusty. Well, there probably is a Busty Rusty. He's just not out there on the field.
Or court.
Although I guess it's better to be Busty Rusty than Rusty Busty.
What would be a Rusty Busty? That's a drink. Isn't that a drink?
It's when your Busty is kind of rusty. That would be like a Rustin' Busty.
Knuckle Babies again trying to finish things off here with the sweep of the skid marks.
A couple new players out there. You got Allison White with that green shirt, right around in time for St. Patrick's Day. I think that's
Busty Rusty with a nice catch.
Bustin' Rusty.
Oh, my fault.
He also cut off his teammate there. He's trying to be a ball hog. We don't like to see that here at the dodgeball court.
We've seen Bustin' Rusty for years.
We have.
He's a stalwart in the dodgeball.
That's true. He is a close to becoming in the pantheon of dodgeball greats, up there with Johnny
Ace.
Thank
and
you.
the Drumheller brothers.
Well, he's got a long way to go to get to the Mount Vernon. Excuse me, Rushmore. What's the Mount Vernon of dodgeball?
A house of dodgeball? It's like the house of blues.
Oh, Bustin' Rusty's gonna take a bustin' seat.
Oh.
Heather Heidi, she quickly avoided or dodged those balls.
Jackie out there again. She was out there last man standing, or woman, for the skid marks last game. She's still out there here in game 3.
And 0-0. Heather Heidi. Not sure which one is her first name.
Is that a legal last name?
Well, it's on her jersey, then yes. I'm sure that there are strict rules in dodgeball.
Oh.
Nice deflection. Oh, wow.
Nice shot by Ambrosia there.
That was a. Remember that? That's how much I feel.
Or he's named after the salad, maybe. Ambrosia salad. You ever eaten that?
No, I've not.
Okay.
I just know that 70s food. You're probably too young for that. But I know most of our listeners and watchers, viewers on the internet, WCB Channel 2. Jackie has all the power here because she holds all the balls.
She is literally towing the line, as Ryan has pointed out. Do not cross this line. But I mean, props to Jackie for being the last woman standing 2 games in a row at least.
Yep, that's right.
Unless that means she was hiding behind her teammates the entire
whatever.
time.
However, it's survival of the fittest, Tom. However, by any means necessary.
She's not afraid to stand out there.
She's not. Although that throw was not very good.
Not a good throw.
I mean, we've seen worse throws.
That's the throw of a 3-year-old.
Good effort, though. Hey, come on.
I'm just
They
telling it
saw
as
it.
it is.
Our viewers saw you. I'm
telling
going to
it
take
as
cheap
it
shots
is.
at Jackie.
I'm not, but we're here. We're paid to be honest commentators.
They pay you?
We'll talk about that later.
What?
After the match.
Like a
Jackie's
check?
still up. Oh, and there's a catch.
Looks like they give you money.
We'll
pay in stock?
We'll talk. It's options. Knuckle Babies take game 3 of the dodgeball game of the week.
On WTOP. They really pay you?
Yeah. Well, a huge whitewashing for the Knuckle Babies over the skid marks.
This game was totally dominated by the Knuckleberries / Dingleberries. Knuckle Babies, excuse me. Knuckle Babies, Dingleberries, skid marks. It was all Knuckle Babies tonight.
And that will conclude this week's version of Dodgeball Game of the Week.